Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Master of Orion 2 with me, Get Daved. We're playing Super Impossible mode, which is impossible difficulty and nothing but negative traits to the max on my race, and things are going pretty well. We're yellow here. You're welcome for patronizing, all of you who've been watching the whole time. I know, Dave! So, we're gonna keep going after Orange right now, the Meklar. Another ultra-rich. Holy cow. This isn't even a mineral-rich galaxy. Everybody had mineral-rich planets. Probably could have aimed that a bit better. We might not even be able to reach, but I'm going to try the old death ray tactic. Yep. And honestly, nothing can really go wrong in this anyway. The only way they could stop us is meeting our fleet and then attacking first. And then we could see what kind of damage they could do, because they do have some pretty good weapons. And hey, they've got good armor too. Only 14. We'll keep playing catch-up on the construction tree, just to save efficiency later on in the game. Oh, and we've got our first we've got Mercian citizens again. I have been paying attention whether or not they're the first ones. Just gonna switch to using phasers as my new point defense weapon. I think they'll work better. Not worth a major revision on that ship design though, which is working out really well for me. Just gonna check in on the GOAT system. That'll probably take care of them. And I probably won't need the manufacturing ships after that point, but you never know. Okay, they are massing their fleet. I wonder if they're going to make a play for Orion or one of my other ships. I have Stargates now, so I can warp around my own territory pretty quickly. That should have the desired effect of slowing their invasions, or allowing me to get a fleet in place to counter their invasions, pardon me. I don't know what I was saying. The very first time I played this game, I played as Orange, and in this ship I designed a whole bunch of these little guys. I forget what they were called and everything, but you know, I did that. It was nice, a little nostalgia. I also made little cruisers, a whole bunch of them, called them Mirandas. They had 360-degree mass driver cannons, and some bombs. I tried to have one at every colony to have some general purpose help everywhere. It's not a bad idea. I wouldn't say it's great. 45. Nope. Very close, though. 5 votes. Oh, no, wait, never mind. 5 votes short of 60%. Never mind. Good work, Scouts. I'm very pleased you arrived at the Suji system. Suji system? We won't be checking back on you for a while. And this next one's exciting. Their homeworld. Now, truthfully, in this game, taking out someone's homeworld is not as fun as you might think. The consequences just aren't as disastrous. They can recover pretty quickly from it. All they have to do, I mean, there's some penalties like empire-wide morale problems. I guess it depends on your form of government, but the real good stuff is it costs 200 production to build a new one. At this stage in the game, it's basically meaningless. Yay! An inferior fuel cell. Do you like twist endings? Yeah. Yeah, I like twists. These guys are so screwed. I'm not talking about the enemy. Also, it looks like a hyper... Oh no. I was gonna say, it looks like a Hyperspace Beast 8 Locknar's ship, but... Oh, we're so screwed. We don't have a prayer. We're all gonna die. I would need my whole fleet to take care of these guys. Alright. Beam defense 225. I'm gonna go after the non-cloaked ones first. We have to make some range considerations since we're using plasma cannons. They do dissipate like crazy. Alright, and those could be trouble. I'm more afraid of the weaponry on the ships, though. Not gonna lie, there's a good chance everyone's gonna die. I am actually going to hedge my bets here. We're gonna retreat with Lochnar because I want him to live, if no one else. And seriously, no one else will live. Hang in there. They're spreading out their attacks for some reason I don't know. Maybe they immobilize the middle ship and they want to capture it. That would be horrible. Although truthfully, none of these are so dominant that I'm that worried about them being used against me. Okay, so we're halfway through their turn. They're doing less damage to me than I thought I would. I think my ships have decent enough evasion that they're giving them a little bit of a hard time. I was really expecting the fireworks to start sooner. Like, there we go. 285 through the shields. Alright. 50 get Dave points to everybody if I don't lose a ship during their entire turn. Oh. Now they're gonna all come at once. How is anyone still alive? Alright. There will be survivors. Admiral Lochnar is gonna live. As suspected, they left these guys alone because they're immobilized. Well, kind of left them alone. Alright. These guys lost their computer. Probably should self-destruct them. I thought these guys would be easier to take out, so I decided to focus my weapons on them. As it turns out, probably the worst decision I could have made. Their beam defense is so high. And it didn't even make the big explosion I was hoping for. Well... there we go. That's a couple of them taken out. Just gonna try getting these guys a little farther away from the upcoming explosion. Probably could have steered him somewhere better, but... oh boy. You're all gonna die. But you're not gonna take my ship from me. Have a good night, everybody. I'm still glad I did this. Now, I think there's a bit of a bug in the game where there's a chance both leaders could live. Because actually, Tyrannus and Grack are probably going to be more useful to me in the end. But because one ship escaped, they might all live. Good to see. Yeah, you're upset at me. Always nice to get their homeworld. Kind of anxious to take a look at the survival stats. Alright, yeah. So we've got everybody still, so that's nice. We'll assign them back to the fleet at Orion, and I'm just going to pause the recording real quick. And we're back. So, war with the Merchants, Now the good news is, well, one, my leader survived, and two, I did take a pretty good bite out of them. Not a great one, but a pretty good one. A marginally acceptable one. We lost 7 ships, which is fine. We've got replacements for them already, and they're better vessels. Bad news is that's also halted our advance against the against the Meklar. The second fleet may have to take over and do a lot more of this. Now, what we can do is if we start running out of troops with this fleet... oh, you know what? Maybe I should send them back and take care of this. Then we've got this whole wing settled. Yeah, let's do that. Also, I'm going to switch to spying on the Mercians as well. I kind of wish I had better spy tech. I'm pretty sure... well, let me see here. I guess I do have the neural scanner. So they've got the exact same stuff as I did. Yeah, nobody bothered researching any of the advanced spy tech. Now, the computer usually ends up getting it anyway, but it would have been nice to lock that down. Have the sole supply of it. Also... 2 turns, huh? Who am I more afraid of? I am more afraid of the Mercians. You know what? Let's just hit them in the nuts then. We'll take out their homeworld and then zip across from there. They should have enough. Oh, no, they don't. Well, I'll spend 3,000 bucks on getting one done right away. Sorry for all the disjointed thoughts, everybody. Glass it. Also, there's a good chance this fleet could fare a lot better against the Mercians than the one they just destroyed. They're more advanced ships. I guess the crews aren't anything special. Some of those other ships had more experienced crews. But more advanced ships, and the Mercians ended up only fighting 6 of mine, because I decided to pull back with the Avenger. Oh, just a radiation shield, okay. I guess this is just me noticing they have so much more armor. There we go. Let's see how their ground combat is. Not good enough. Kolb, congratulations, you're almost caught up. I'll throw a Space Academy down just in case they end up having someone orbit them. We'll get the ships in outer space more experienced faster. I think I would rather have more ships right now. Okay. What a horrible time to be doing this, Meklar. There we go. That is a bit more of a sizable fleet. Oh, shoot. The Mercians often get the stealthy ship upgrade, and they have it now. This is extremely disadvantageous. Their fleet was at Sarkomand, and they have interphase drive, so they could be at Terrazad next turn. Honestly, the only defense is to keep going after them, because they have such a huge fleet. My odds of encountering them if we fight on their soil are significantly higher. This is going to be a long, bloody conflict, or a short one. Who knows? But what's life without a little risk? Probably a long, happy one. I think I'm happy with that distribution. The good news is they don't have that many systems. Oh, they've got that pesky Ursa system too. Wonder if we can take them out this way. The good news is I have my fleets almost exclusively at planets I control, which means I can redistribute my forces really quickly. So, for example, no, we're just going to leave it like this. All the units I want to move around are in hyperspace still. Alright, we're still alive. A good sign. Simon. Au revoir, Simon. Give yourself 1,000 get Dave points if you catch that reference. But only 10 if you think it's from Pee Wee Herman. And that's me being generous. Actually, for those of you who didn't get the reference, I highly recommend the band Au revoir Simone. You should look them up. And invade. They have pleasure domes. They have stately pleasure domes. Alright, this will be interesting. This is a bit less of the asymmetric warfare we've been seeing. Wow, 7 plasma cannons for one hit there. This is more of an even fight. Okay, the fusion beams aren't that effective. Hopefully we see some improvement from the other systems. We're probably at the point where I should just destroy the battle station. I wasn't going to get to it soon enough to have any real fun. Alright, let's see what we've got. Whew. Keep in mind, I do not have automated repair units. I'll take that happily. Oh my goodness. That fighter garrison may save them. Also, I'm not really sure why they did 0 damage just now. Oh no. Bad news, everybody. They've got planetary barrier shields. If we encounter those, we don't have weapons with sufficient firepower to get through that shield. Well, the death ray can do 6 damage per. But that's pretty bad DPS. And also keep in mind, in Orion, the S that matters is not seconds, but space. It's really bad damage per space unit on your ship. So, the moral of the story... So they didn't have one of those shields on their homeworld, but they did have one on some planet in the middle of nowhere. The moral of the story is we need bigger guns. Guns. Lots of guns. And we should probably, I don't know, go for the low-hanging fruit. It appears the game is determined to not let me steal any of their technology ever. So that's disappointing. Oh, there we go. That was one of the techs I was least interested in getting, as I could have researched it anytime I want. Well, good news everyone, we just finished another branch of the tech tree. There was a food replicator here as well, I thought. Maybe not. I always like to bulldoze them. Some people really like them. I view them as a waste of money. At this point in the game, they're probably more of a convenience, but old habits die hard. This planet's going to end up farming anyway. And congratulations on catching up, Homeworld. they've fallen behind in different ways, but... And now the anomalous impending threat of further invasion. Change of plans, I'm not going to go for the Star Fortress. I have two choices. The Mercians also do have some really nice techs in the power field. They have hyper X capacitors and high energy focus, both of which I love. We'll take a skip up here just because we can invade them a little faster that way. And I guess we're going to tie up this fleet for 2 turns while they're in transit. This could be a big problem. Not as big as the problem of how are we ever going to invade these people, though. There is pollution on this planet as well. I should really toss down a core waste dump. They've still got nothing but surplus production though. Alright, I'm going to design a different model of battleship. Oh, we'll go with... Oh, no, I like the look of this one. Now, it has to be able to duke it out with them. That's still important. Class 5 shields. We don't have hard shields. We do have multi-phased. That's not really that useful to me. Honestly, I don't know if I can think of anything else that'll negate the effectiveness of their fighters that much. Cloaking devices are kind of an interesting thing to consider. That would give us stealthy ships and really good defense to everything, but again, that doesn't really solve the problem of the fighters. Now, the problem of bombardment, I just wish I had stellar converters. Our best bomb is the nuke. That won't get through their shields at all. But it's so tiny! We could try relying on Xeon missiles. They don't have ground batteries, so every missile we fire will hit. But those are going to barely do any damage through their defenses as well. So... Now, I think a disruptor will do a small amount of damage. Like, barely anything, but some will get through. At 40 space, so I believe the math works like this. They'll block 23 damage with their barrier shield. The disruptor's strength is going to get halved because it's targeting a planet. So that's going to be 60 divided by 2 is 30, minus 23 is 7. Times we've got 3 shots, so I think we're going to do 21 damage per disruptor. That kind of stinks. We get more firepower out of the same space with a Mauler device, which is going to do, if we go this way, and yeah, I know they're stinking huge, that's going to get us 75 minus 23, so 52 damage per Mauler. Worth it. Also, the fact that it always hits is kind of intriguing. Maybe I should just research and get those miniaturized. You know what, if we're going that way, a death ray is even stronger, though. More expensive to produce ships that use death rays, though. But we might as well go with the option that gives us a little bit more firepower. Or a little more versatility, I should say. And then... I wonder if we should... I'm gonna try... I don't do this very often, but I'm going to try relying on a fully upgraded phaser for my defenses as well. We'll just go with only forward arc here. So, oh, we'll call you the knight again. We haven't had a knight in a while. I'm interested to see how this thing performs. I'm going to save it for the next video. But what this is going to do is give us a ship that hopefully has some good point defense against their fighters, can negate their advantage of shields that are pretty strong with shield-piercing weapons, that can hit the difficult to hit ships because it's continuous, and that'll offset some of the penalty auto-fire weapons take. And then hopefully his auto-firing can deal some serious damage. We'll find out if it works in the next video.